I'll tell you a little bit about myself. First of all, I'm a Christian. I believe God and God only will be my judge. I'm a patriot. I love my country and I will protect my country for what it stands for. Just as many have done before me, I am grateful for this right. For those without those before us that have shed blood, we would not be here today. I want to thank our military and everybody that protects. I am an independent. I choose the best choice in front of me. How do I do that? I do research. Beyond the television. I decide for myself and I look at both sides. I read history now more than ever, guys. I recommend that you all read our forefathers, where they came from, what their beliefs were, and what they stood for. I was born and raised in a small farming community in Michigan. I'm the middle child of 3 children. I came from a hard-working, middle-class American family, and as I grew up, I was taught to treat others as though I would like to be treated. I was taught to see no color. I was taught to treat others with respect. My parents, they reprimanded me when I needed to be. If I was disrespectful to a teacher or anyone else for that matter, I got reprimanded. Back in my hometown, my first job, I am proud to admit, I shoveled horse stuff. I made $1.50 an hour, I kid you not. It was great. It was a great experience. I reminded myself today why I do not want to do that again, but will if I have to. As I got to be of age, I went to work for my parents. I was taught to work hard and pay my dues. For someday, I knew I would realize the benefits of my labor. My parents, after 35 years of owning a business in Detroit, Michigan, have had to close their doors. They are unemployed at the age of 66 and 62. But they do not blame anyone. They take responsibility for their own actions, and they are an inspiration for me today. They will be fine. They have their faith number 1, and they have their family number 2. Ten years ago, my wife, the one who keeps shouting, "I love you, George." I love you too, George. I love you, man. Sold everything we had, moved from Michigan down here to Florida. I had a dream. Keep fighting for it. We now live where people go to vacation. We reside in Clearwater, and I own a company that employs 22 good, hard-working Americans right here in Pinellas and Hillsborough County. I am living the American dream. My parents taught me to be a survivor, and they taught me to be an entrepreneur. I also think I'm a little nuts. I help others along my journey in life. That's what I do. I stand by the 10 Commandments as a great tool provided by God that every person should live by. Amen. As I stated previously, I choose to live the American dream. It's a choice. Our forefathers, my forefathers, ensured the American dream for each and every one of us. It is up to us if we do anything with it. I chose, and I did. Like any other small business owner who took that risk, I pay my fair share of taxes. Because of success, because we choose the opportunity. I pay more taxes than someone who didn't take that same opportunity, but it's okay. I don't mind helping others out. I feel better helping others more than making a buck, believe it or not. Right. One thing I have been guilty of in the past and I make this promise in front of all of you and I ask you to do the same, is that I have turned a blind eye and a deaf ear to what is happening today in Washington. I will never, ever do that again. The buck stops here, people. It stops here. Not only is Washington infested with power-hungry politicians, but you need to keep a close eye on your local governments, your local offices. America, we must wake up. Stop putting American Idol first. And please stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Today, freedom of speech seems to be a double-edged sword. Miss California stated clearly how it was her opinion that a marriage is between a man and a woman. She was scorned for it by the liberals, or new progressives as they're calling themselves today. Tell us, when was it wrong for a man to marry a woman? Why can't we state what we believe? We have to listen to all of them in Washington who speak of tolerance. Let's just agree on one thing. Tolerance is acceptance. If you tolerate something long enough, you will accept it. Yep. I am here today, along with all of you, to tell you, all of our elected officials, no more. We will no longer sit idly by and watch the demise of this great country, one nation, under God, the United States of America. Those in Washington and some others in major cities around this beautiful land want you and I to believe what they say and that they know what's best for you. I don't know about you, but I believe I know what's best for me. The Constitution must not be changed. It has worked for over 230 years. Who are they in Washington to question the most treasured document next to the Bible in the entire world? These are the same people who had to hire a speed reader to read a bill they supposedly proposed. Do we really want to trust them with guiding us in the right direction or for the betterment of man? No! Now is the time that we need to question each and every politician and remind them of who pays their salary. The next time you're a congressional person that answers the phone, who are you? Plainly tell the little helper, I am your boss's employer. Calling, and I would like to speak to my representative or senator. Do not stop calling.
That's right.
Do not stop calling. For those of you who have children, raise them good and be respectful to be honest citizens. Teach them history, because they may not get it in school. They are a direct reflection upon you and your morals and your values. Hence, people that we elect are supposed to reflect what we want and are. Again, I don't know about you, but if my kids did what they do in Washington, well, let's just say they might get the belt. I understand we are angry and frustrated. I ask and I beg you to do things the right way by going to the polling booth and pull the lever. Do not pull the trigger. Let's all send those kids in Washington that are supposed to reflect our wishes a huge signal that we still are their parents, and bad little boys and girls will receive what they deserve. It is time that all of us, as Americans, Not white Americans, not African American, not Indian, not German, not Japanese. I could go on and on. Will all of the Americans raise their hand? I don't classify you, but our government does.